Joseph Kennedy made a decision that would destroy his daughter's life. He learned of a new experimental procedure called a lobotomy. Doctors claimed it could make difficult patients calm and compliant. Without consulting Rosemary, without her consent, and without even fully informing her mother, he scheduled the surgery. In November 1941, 23-year-old Rosemary was taken to a hospital. She was kept awake during the procedure as doctors drilled into her skull. To know how far to cut into her brain, they had her sing songs and count backwards. They stopped when she became incoherent. The result was a catastrophe. The vibrant young woman who loved to dance was gone. She could no longer walk on her own. She could barely speak, reduced to making simple sounds. Her mind was like that of a small child. Her father had what he wanted. Rosemary was now manageable. She would never embarrass the family again. She would also never have a conversation, never dance, and never experience the life her siblings were destined for. Joseph then sent her away to an institution in rural Wisconsin, far from public view. For decades, the family kept her a secret. Her own mother didn't visit her for 20 years. Her father never visited her again. While her brothers became senators and a president, Rosemary lived in total isolation, unable to understand why her family had abandoned her. It wasn't until the 1960s that her siblings finally began visiting. They were horrified to find their sister so profoundly disabled, needing help with every basic task. The full, terrible truth slowly came out. Joseph Kennedy suffered a stroke in 1961 that left him unable to speak. A strange and tragic irony. After he died, the family began to acknowledge Rosemary, but it took nearly 50 years for them to publicly admit what had been done to her. Rosemary Kennedy lived until 2005, spending 64 years trapped by the consequences of a procedure she never chose. Her story is a painful reminder of how people with disabilities, especially women, were once treated. But her tragedy did lead to something positive. Deeply affected by her sister's fate, Eunice Kennedy Shriver founded the Special Olympics, changing millions of lives. The family's guilt fueled decades of advocacy for disability rights. It doesn't undo the injustice done to Rosemary, but it ensures her life and her suffering were not in vain. Thanks for watching. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe for more.